He's never fought us. Not us united.
My favorite moment in the entire... Maybe I should complicate this before I start speaking here.
Welcome to Comics League. I'm Jared, and today I got another special topic to discuss with you all today. Now, okay, so everyone knows my favorite superhero is Superman. Completely. He's my boy Superman. Now, the one part about his costume that always bugged me and bugs the general audience a lot is the outside trunks. Thanks a lot, Bendis. But I wanted to really address that, why it's weird and why I think it was better when they didn't have the trunks on the outside. And if we need to have like that for design reasons, like to break up the one color, how we can maybe compromise on that. So let's get started. So first off, I want to talk about why the trunks were on the costume in the first place. So it's an homage to the time period that these characters come from in the 1930s. There were these strong men, which were basically like strength competitors and wrestlers and such. They used to wear that sort of, I guess, underwear or like loincloth thing, like right there. So that's what that's homaging. Now you may be wondering, Jared, why do you not think that works for nowadays? Because it looks stupid, honestly, at least in my opinion. Now, here's why. And by the way, here's what made me think about this. So I was bored one day, so I watched that granted kids movie, We Can Be Heroes on Netflix. And it's one thing, it's one like example, but it's the same topic. So when they said, when you think of superheroes, they think of, they wear their underwear on the outside of their clothes. That's why. Here's why I don't like it with Superman. Why he was fine with the strong man, but not fine here. Because the strong men were only wearing the underwear. They weren't wearing like this and then having their underwear on the outside. It doesn't work with the modern costume. And they've done this. They've done Superman without the trunks many, 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 many times. And heck, Batman has not had the trunks a lot. I believe he doesn't still. But the point is, let's talk about Superman. Particularly with Superman, because here's the thing. I get it. It breaks it up from being like one like color, like just blue going down. But there are other compromises that we could do. Like first, look at the new 52 and both Rebirth suits. They didn't have the trunks, but they had like a red belt, and that kind of broke up the color like profile. So it was like blue, some red, and then blue. Which, okay, that's where I think a good compromise could exist. Now let's talk about another way to do it. So the way the trunks look now in the Superman suit is that it's the suit going down, then so a yellow belt, and then trunks, and then the blue pants. What I think you could do is get rid of the yellow belt at least and just have that be like a red spot on the thing. I know it'll look kind of odd, but here's the thing. With the belt, it looks less like those trunks and makes it more look like it's just like to break up the pattern of the suit. My point is, to summarize my point, is it's granted, yes, I 100% acknowledge the history of this particular portion of the uniform. My issue with it is that it's outdated. The whole excuse that I always hear from people is, it's always been this way. Okay, but here's the problem. Superman has always been a joke. That's the thing. He has always been a joke, partly because of the underwear on the outside. That's why it doesn't work in like the modern movies. Zack Snyder was very vocal. He said they had a version concepted of the suit that had the trunks. He said it just doesn't work with the modern suit. You can't do it. And this gets back to my thing about how an over-reliance on nostalgia keeps these characters from evolving. Now, I would ask you this. How are the trunks fundamental to Superman's character? Like, in other words, I see people post on Twitter that if it doesn't have the trunks, it's not Superman. what character breaking moment, what character defining trait are those trunks associated with? I really want to know. Please drop in the comments. I would like to see how you guys think. Personally, to me, I think that you can have you can still have the Superman, and you don't have to have like nothing there. You could have like a belt or just that red patch. You don't necessarily need the belt and the patch. You can have the belt only, or the patch of red there. All I'm saying is that you can't make it look like he's wearing his underwear on the outside. That's where Captain Underpants comes from. And again, that's why Superman was considered a joke for so long, until like the New 52 and Rebirth, and then Man of Steel, BVS, and Zack Snyder's Justice League. And even, yeah, that's really it, because that's really my argument there. So that's kind of my thoughts on the trunks. Now, drop in the comments what you think. If you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm right, what would you think is a good compromise for the trunks? I'm really interested, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. By the way, be civil. I'll interact with you if you're being civil. And remember, again, in other words, how would the exclusion of the trunks break the Superman character? Because I've seen people that have argued that. I really want to know. Stay heroic. I will see you in the next video, where we examine more comic book content. Like, comment, subscribe. See ya.